The next step is to create the schedule, to add the schedule to our layout. In order to do that, we can use a schedule command from layout section of Specifi ribbon. So we can click schedule. And the software loads this form. And here we can configure, and first of all, we can select the template for the schedule we want to insert. As you can see, we have basic template at the top, or we have cold water service, drain item, drain services, electrical items and services. We have different type of template. Just selecting another template, of course, the software will change the fields associated to that template. We can move to basic template, and using the button on the left, this button permits to create a custom template. So I can use the Save As button, and we can give a different name. For example, we can say commercial schedule. And in this way, we duplicate the current one. We can press OK button. As you can see now, the current template is our commercial schedule. It's possible also to delete a custom template created and save, of course, if you change some settings, some fields. For example, first of all, I want to, here you can see all the available fields. These are divided by discipline, and you can have basic information, onboard connection information, utility information, and custom. It refers to custom parameters that you added to your products. In this case, okay, we can select, for example, on the right side, you have the scheduled fields. So all the fields which will be inserted in our scheduled table. I can select, for example, area, and if you want, you can move it up. Okay, just to move at the top. Okay, after that, you may have other fields, for example, that you don't want to include. So you can select here, as you can see, there is virtual type position and or accessory. So if you don't want to see these fields, if you don't want to add these fields to your custom commercial schedule template, you can uncheck the left side. Okay, and as you can see here, I can uncheck, we can scroll down, and also tag position. So, and maybe we can also remove manufacturer. I don't want to see the manufacturer. So these are the fields I want to save in my into my custom schedule. So the area, item number, product code, description, the dimensions, and electrical power and gas power, and the quantity. Selecting each field, as you can see here on the right side, you have its properties, where you can change the column title. Instead of area, you can use another term to, and also the width of the column, the accuracy, and the alignment must be center aligned or left, right. If it must be visible in the schedule, the total must be calculated. That's valid for when you select electrical power or gas power, for example. Okay, and also the unit of measurement in the title. And also here, as you can see, for quantity. Well, now I can use the Save button at the top just to save this configuration into my commercial schedule in order to use this template next time for into the new drawings. Okay, you can use the same template. Moving to the schedule settings instead, it's possible to export. You can identify additional settings. Export schedule to Excel. Okay, and here you can browse and identify the path where you want to export. Okay, I can export on my desktop or a specific path. Okay, and so when you generate the schedule, automatically it creates also the Excel file with the fields, with the columns you selected in field settings. Here you can find other options, if available, of course. For example, do not insert accessory is set by default. If you want to add also accessory, you have to uncheck this option. Or create table for each area. It generates for each area. Okay, insert only real equipment, because maybe some product could be virtual product just for which they really doesn't exist. So in this case, it's better to leave it. Coming back here, you can see also the preview of of your schedule. Just clicking this button. Okay, you can see a preview of the schedule. Okay, and just before inserting, we can come back to our field settings and we can press Create button. Here we have the schedule. Okay, you can insert the schedule. For example, I want to insert over there in this point. Okay, and as you can see, the schedule, it's an AutoCAD table. Okay, so if needed, you can modify, you can take a column, you can resize the column, you can enter inside the column header, for instance, or a value. Okay, and here you can change as you prefer. As you can see here, we have for each area, we have the position, code, description, dimensions, electrical power expressed in kilowatt, and also the gas power and quantity with a total amount for each area. And at the bottom, we have also the grand total. Of course, if you want, the schedule can be resized. Okay, so it means that you can scale it. Okay, just to adapt to your drawing. Otherwise, you can also change the enter inside this, and you can move down. Okay, like this, or resize. Okay, we can see like that. That's it. Okay, and you can generate again the preview. So plot command, preview. And you can see here the schedule just inserted into your drawing. Of course, as you can see, the color, it has been colored by black because it uses the plot style table, so the CTB file. So you will see in yellow inside the your layout, but when you print it, it will be printed by black.